We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
You go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouses.
The comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
right.
And then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries?
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
always.
Everybody loves that show.
The audience just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside from mystery.
we do game shows. The game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a trivia game show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
Yeah. What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
I have to come see that one.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even brought you a shirt.
Growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did.
Hey!
That you will wear everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knock 'em Dead Comedy.
Oh, that's great.
Can I
Knock 'em Dead
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do. But
this
if you
guest.
but if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready?
Nice.
1, 2, 3. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knock 'em Dead comedy radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Here we are. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday, January 10th. It's already double digits into January. Crazy. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast Twitch channel. Thanks for joining us. Right above my head, please, you see the graphic. Please share this show, follow it, subscribe to it, whatever you do on Twitch. I think you follow first and then subscribe later, or the other way around. I forget. But do something and then share it. We appreciate all the support. As always, it is Tuesday Trivia. Joe's here.
How you guys doing?
Well, that was very smooth. How you guys doing?
Gotta be respectful. Yeah, setting us up.
Hello, Beansy. Hello, Kirsten. Thanks for joining us today. Tuesday Trivia coming your way in just a little while. Joe, fresh off a trip to Pennsylvania. What was the name of the place?
Keystone Stage.
Keystone Stage. And what was it? Oliphant, Pennsylvania or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliphant. It's funny. It's like I feel like it's like a racist place, but then yet it has like the most like Middle Eastern name to label it.
Oliphant is Middle Eastern.
I don't know. It's like Oliphant. Like I don't know. It's like it just feels like that to me.
This is why I love when you guys come in. Shit like that I would never even think of.
That's what I was saying. I was like, it reminded me of King of Hill. Like King of the Hill. Like it was just like so like white rednecky, but like they had no accents, but it was like gave that just like a different vibe. Have you ever seen the movie Bones and All? It was a new movie that just came out.
My son just saw it. He was telling me about it.
Got you. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, okay.
If you guys haven't watched, you guys don't know, but it's just very like I was just surprised to not see any like trailers or anything.
It always gets me how I mean like we were just saying off the air. It was 2.5 hours away.
It's pretty far.
Just how different things are in that short drive. I mean, it's not that long of a drive in the grand scheme of things. So, to think only 2 hours away, how different it is compared to here, and we're the minority.
Yeah.
You know, it really most of the country is like those guys.
Different dressed. It almost reminded me of like honestly, it reminded me of Suffolk County. There was like a few times when we were driving back, I was like, I feel like we're going to McGuire's right now. I'm not even kidding. It's like gives off that same vibe, like no street lights. It's just
right. Yeah.
Definitely a different world out there. It's kind of crazy.
It's not as grand or as festive or as fancy. Yeah,
even like the green room thing was just like very chill. It just seemed like it just felt like a kitchen. Not like a kitchen. It just felt like a living room. Like it was just relaxed. Yeah, it was different.
Wow. But you guys kicked ass. You told me something interesting before.
Wait, what happened? Wait, about what?
About selling it out.
Oh yeah, I think they said John was like one of like the first guys there to sell it out, so that was cool. And
now, when you say first guy there to sell it out, you mean not ever, just first Long Islander? I think you said, right?
I think so, yeah. Because what's it called? The guy said to he's like, yeah, man, John's one of the first guys to sell us out. And then he was like saying like, all the other guys can do it. So I was like, oh shit, you know. Credit where credit is due, you know.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
But they were a phenomenal crowd. I mean, I was a little nervous because like I never know how my shit's gonna translate to like other places. But they were good. And there was a few Long Island people there too, just that were from there and moved there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it ended up working out.
But your stuff isn't really like you're worrying about translate. Like your stuff isn't really like New York.
Yeah, of course, but it's the fear of just like being known, you know, because it's like. This is my comfort zone out here.
Yeah, sure.
So just when you go out there, you don't know how they're going to take to your voice.
Right.
The types of jokes, but everything hit, you know, like there was like a few jokes. Like there was one joke that didn't hit. Like I did something where I was like mentioning like if there's a joke about like my ex-girlfriend wanted to have a kid, and then the punchline was like if I was at a park with a kid, you wouldn't be like, oh, look, he's with his son. You'd be like, somebody called Chris Hansen. And like no one laughed. I was like, we got Chris Hansen. I was like, all right, he must be in the audience. And, like I had to like kind of like backtrack, and then I just went to the next bit. But overall, they were great. Though.
Explain to them who Chris Hansen is. Yeah.
Food was not it though. The food was definitely we escaped that. And then it's funny because afterwards the guy was like, it's like if you go to the casino, do not eat from this place. I got food poisoning twice, and we were thinking to ourselves, we're like, damn, if the chicken parm is that bad, imagine how horrible the food is he's telling us not to eat. So we're like, definitely not going to go there.
This was at the place. The food was bad. And then and where was?
It just looked bad. I didn't try it, but it didn't look. It looked like freaking like a school lunch or like prison food. I felt like I was at Rikers, honestly. Between the demographics of the living room and then that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not trying to go back.
There's definitely a culture shock, man. Were they throwing beer bottles at you when you were done? You know?
Nah, they were very polite. And it was funny. I was like making a joke with Dan because me and Dan were waiting at the door. I was like, damn, these people don't compliment over here because like they would just walk out and like with their heads down. I'm like, you guys loved it. I thought you get you guys were great.
Dan was trying to pass out those business cards.
I don't think he brought the business cards. Honestly, we were just kind of chilling there, just waiting for like you guys did great, whatever. And then.
But they're keeping their heads down because they are scared. You guys from New York, we scare people.
Very true, very true.
So they were just afraid of getting their asses kicked by you, like the comedy show, then getting mugged or something. They were thinking.
You know, it's funny that it's not the South, but I always expect like a Southern hospitality there.
Right.
And it wasn't like really even like the comics. Like I remember like I complimented them a few times. I remember just like leaving. I was like, wait, they didn't even say anything to me.
Oh really?
Yeah, they weren't like, oh great. I don't even think they watched. To be honest with you, the one dude just seemed like he was just chilling. The other guy he was watching, but he wasn't really too talkative. So I didn't take it to heart though.
So he does his set, and you're like, hey, nice set. And he was just like,
oh well, he went up before me. So afterwards, I was like, hey man, good stuff. He's like, oh thank you so much, appreciate that. And then I went up after, did my set. got off. They didn't say nothing. Both guys, and the next guy got off, and then I was like, well, now I got to compliment this guy because he saw me compliment the other guy. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like if I didn't say anything, he would have thought it was intentional. So I was
Right.
like, yeah, man, good stuff too. And he was like, I appreciate that. And then
Nothing
that was
back
that,
from
yeah.
either one of them.
But it hit me like after in the car on the way home. That's when I was like, wait, they never say anything back to me. And I'm out here feeling bad trying to compliment them, but it is what it is. I don't think they meant anything by it. I think it's just like for them, like that was a big show because comedy over here is like pretty big. So for them, that was like a big show. The guy said he was like, "Oh, it was an awesome night of comedy." So.
Wow. So you guys are a hit in redneck country.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not really what I want my fan base to be. But, you know, gotta take what you get.
Did Roseanne have any family there?
I don't think so. There was some guy that knew of her. He like asked like so crazy man. Some like guy like was there. He went up to Bridget. He was like, "Well, my girlfriend's like a huge fan. Like, can you shout her out?" And they even asked for like an autograph after from her. Yeah. And
Wow.
Then some guy knew Roseanne, too. So, but like they didn't. I don't think they knew like most of the people there. I don't think they knew any of them.
So when Dan went up, they weren't in the audience going like this at him?
No. No, not at all. I'm surprised there was people from Long Island there, which is crazy. Because someone made a joke like, "Anybody from Long Island?" And you heard like a side like, "Ah."
Wow.
So I was like, wow. I was surprised too. I was like, shit.
It's it's surprising. Most places you'll go to and you'll find somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'm from this place. I'm nearby."
The people from Long Island that want to leave will leave.
Oh yeah.
So you'll find them all scattered all over the place.
Which is not me. I'm never leaving.
Yeah,
I
me neither.
freaking love it. Yeah, you love it here too?
I couldn't even live in New York City. This is the only place I think I would stay at. Even if I got like really really famous and got like made like a lot of money, I would still like live like somewhere.
You just
out
live
here.
in the North Shore.
Yeah, I would just go up more, but.
Where Jennifer Lopez and Billy Joel live on the North Shore.
Jennifer Lopez lives in Long Island?
Actually, I don't think she does anymore. She did.
Used to, wow.
She had a place in Brookville for a while.
Another guy, Shaggy, that sings It Wasn't Me.
Oh, yeah,
He's from
sure.
Long Island, too. Or, like, he lived here, at least.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but the taxes are crazy, so I don't know.
Well, true. Well, I just read Max Scherzer. He just bought a place in Brookville for $5 million.
Wow.
Yep.
He's got a big contract.
He
That's
sure
like nothing.
does.
I didn't even put a dent.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't feel $5 mil. Not at all. I totally forgot what I was going to ask. So that's what it was. So we're picking on Dan because we got a message from him at like 3 a.m. saying that he had a late night, so he's not sure if he's going to make it. And I'm a little concerned about this. You guys are the same age, right? Or are you like a year or two younger than him?
I think I'm 2 years younger than him.
So you're 22?
I'm 22, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think he's 24.
25, so I'm 24, I think.
When I was that age, man, at 3 a.m. was nothing. I was able to be somewhere by 11 a.m. Do you have the same problem, or is it?
Nah. For me, like I'm a night guy. Like I go to bed like every day, like at like 5 a.m. or so. So for me, yeah, there was a whole entire period of time where during the Zoom school, I was going to bed at 5 a.m. and like waking up at like 8 o'clock for classes.
Wow.
9 o'clock. It is bad for me though, but like even with like me and my friend Marcus, he's the same way. Like we're the type of dudes where we could binge PlayStation all night and then wake up for work with like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Oh, all right. So that was my next question. What
I'm
are you doing all
high
night? But
functioning
no, I got it. You're
Yeah.
playing video games all night long.
No. Me, honestly, I was chilling with my friend Luke Pincioni. I don't know if you know. Who
Oh,
he is.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
really nice dude. We were at his house, just like writing jokes together and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
And then I left like around like 1:30, 2 in the morning or so, and then got home.
Yeah,
chilled.
that's
I could never go to
exactly
sleep
it.
right away. I feel like. For me, like I feel like 2 a.m. just feels early. Like when it's 2 a.m., I'm like I can watch a movie right now. It's a problem. I gotta fix it though. I gotta get my shit together.
Nah, you're good. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be when you're that age. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
loving it and digging it, and there's plenty of time for settling down and
Going to bed at 10 or 9.
Yeah.
My mom and dad go to bed like at like 9 sometimes.
9 o'clock. Yeah, see, all right. So even that's
Except
early
like
for me.
weekends different, but yeah, 9
Yeah.
9's freaking early though. But
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
even,
putting
even
on
like
movies
even
at
like a
9.
long day of work. Like I could like work, do comedy, whatever, and I get home, I still won't be tired and shit. So
Yeah.
that's just who I am.
So Dan's got issues. At first, when I saw 3 a.m., I was like, oh, maybe he got laid. But
Maybe, who knows?
I hope for his sake. And then I tried responding at like 9 o'clock, even earlier. I think it was
wake
7
up,
or 8
boys.
this morning, trying to wake him up. Andy Pajanos, I'm a I'll get enough sleep when I die kind of guy. Exactly, Andy. There'll be plenty of time for sleeping then. All right, so you're writing jokes with Luke. So that brings up a question. As you play places like Philly, and I know you guys were in Boston, or even here, you're playing the big stage. Does that help the confidence level as far as joke writing? Because, I mean, all of us, almost every comedian I've ever talked to, no matter what level they're at, they'll all say, oh, yeah, when I first started, I wasn't that good. Or they'll say flat out, my material sucked, but I kept going at it, kept writing, kept going. And I even see with you, like when we both played the club together a week ago, you know, you did your set, you sit back, and all of a sudden there's Monty, there's Bales, you know, some of the heavy hitters sitting with you, and you guys are going over stuff, you're discussing stuff. Bales was even throwing a joke idea around.
One joke I did, yeah, it worked. Yeah, he gave me like really good advice for one.
So does this build your confidence and does it, or does it somehow help you write better jokes?
I feel like the thing is like you always gotta be like kind of confident because like the stage could send like they're like the audience is like dogs, like they could smell fear. Or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you always have to bring confidence. But as far as writing, I'm always nervous when I try something new because there's things that I find hilarious that they may not. And there's jokes that I don't think that I don't like of mine that they love. So for me, it's just like I'm never really confident when bringing a new joke. It's after it hits, then I'm confident. Like once like I do a new joke and it hits twice in a row or something, I'm like, it's good. Like that albino joke. Like once I did it the first time it hit, I was like, oh, okay, I love it now. Because like right before you try a new joke, you're like kind of nervous on stage delivering it. And then it's just like I can't explain it, but like definitely once it works, that's when the confidence comes in. Beforehand, it doesn't.
But when a guy like Bales and Monty sit with you, all of a sudden, like they see your set, now all of a sudden they have that respect. They're not looking at you like, who's this newbie kid anymore? They're like does that do anything for I'm assuming it builds confidence, but does it help writing at all? Does it give some kind of boost or anything or no?
As far as writing, it doesn't really do too much. For me, it's just more of like a pride thing because it's like I still remember the day where I was just thinking about doing this. So it's like just to see the way that I've came where like these like respectful like older comics, seasoned comics will come over to talk to me and even try to help. Like to me, that just shows like how like one day you're in your room thinking about doing it, and the next day you're with these guys helping you. So that's how it affects me. It's more of like a like a moment where I'm proud rather than confident.
Oh, that's cool. Very nice. We're hanging with Joe. We got Tuesday trivia coming up soon. Next Tuesday we will not be here. They're painting the hallways here at Governor's. Which is cool to me because this is the back hallway. You know, this isn't open to the public, but I like how they still take care of it back here. Like it's not, you know, when every time things show like the slightest sign of age or possibly getting dumpy, boom, they come in and fix it.
That's perfect though.
So, and I like that color already. It was like almost like this color blue, maybe a little darker, but now it's like an off-white. Makes it look a little bigger and brighter. I like it.
Sad part is I don't even remember.
Really? Well, under the shelf there. Isn't that the original color there?
Okay, under. Okay,
yeah.
So above is the newer color. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
How many times have you been back here?
It's funny, man. All the time, and it's like they switch one thing. I would have never known they painted if
really?
If I didn't see that sign on the door, would have never known. Would have never known. I would have just saw the pictures on the floor, thinking like, okay, maybe they're gonna put my picture up. Or
it's
something.
Amazing. Everything fell at once. It's crazy. So next week, so they're painting now, and then next week they're doing the floors. So they said, do not come in here on Tuesday. And I do what they say because I'm scared.
They get it done quick, too.
Yes. No messing around here. So, so next week, so Tuesday, I'll be here Monday. Mo Meltz is coming in, and Brian Paul is coming in. Brian Paul, I'm interested to talk to Brian Paul. You witnessed New Year's when he was here.
Yeah.
And his set got cut short.
Yeah.
Because he was up when the ball was dropping, so they had to get him off the stage so they can announce show the ball and attempt to do balloons.
That's something that sucks about that. I feel bad.
Yeah. So I'll be talking to him about that. He's fairly new too. He's only a few months in, I believe, trying comedy out.
Definitely brand new. We did a show with him at Broadway a little while back too.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll be here and Mo Meltz will be here on Monday. I don't know what I got this week. I don't know who's coming in Thursday. I don't know if I'll be by myself or what. Okay, what else we got going on here? So, you know what? You ever do something? I did something really stupid yesterday, and it was one of those things where I'm like, "What the hell was I thinking?" Like, so I was in the bathroom, and I wanted to wash my face, right? And I put my hands under the water. I just wanted to, like splash my face quick. And for whatever reason, like I had my hands were just about here with the water. So just as I get in, I sniffled. I did one of these. And so I get all this water up my nose, and I'm like, and immediately I said, "What the hell was I thinking? Like, why was I sniffling?"
Sniffing at the same time. Yep.
Yeah. Do you ever do something like really stupid like that? You're like,
yeah, when I was washing my hair one time.
Okay.
So you like sniffle the soap in too.
So you did the same thing. You sniffled. I didn't. Yeah. I wasn't looking for a sniffle story. I just mean like anything stupid where.
Yeah, and I've done fucking stupid shit my whole entire life, man. You know who you're talking to? I freaking the dumbest shit I've ever done was for Nassau Community there was a placement test, and I thought the worse you do, the easier the class would be. I did not know that.
Were you trying to get into special ed classes?
I didn't know. I only qualified for classes that wouldn't even give me credits. So then I had to retake the test.
Oh, my goodness.
Placement, I'm thinking, shit, man, okay, if I do bad on this shit on purpose, they'll put me in and I'll still get credits, but I'll take an easier math class. Not knowing, it was like, oh, bro, you didn't even qualify for whatever. You got to retake this shit. So I was like, fuck. I didn't know, so I had to take another exam again. That was probably my dumbest mistake.
At least they let you retake it.
Yeah, I would have been freaking taking classes with no credits. Like, that would have been the worst thing ever.
Jeez, what the hell's the point if you're not getting the credit?
I think there's like special needs people who go to college, like those are the classes they take.
Right.
No credit at all. I think so.
Goodness.
Pretty sure.
And then you did that bad.
Yeah, man. I thought I was doing something smart, not knowing, and then afterwards I was like, "Fuck!" When the girl was like, "Oh yeah, you need to do this again, or else you're not going to qualify for these courses," I was like, "Wow, okay, not what I expected," but. Managed to pass it the second time around.
That's a life in comedy right there.
A lot of pressure the second time around though, because now I was like, I really need to do good on this, making sure.
But Janos, I taught a section at Stony Brook for people that didn't do well on the entrance exam. It was mainly athletes.
I'm sure as hell not an athlete. Yeah, I had my growth spurt after it was already after sports was basically already over for me. That's when I had my growth spurt.
Oh really?
I'd played basketball in 11th grade, small. All of a sudden, senior year, hit my growth spurt when I was already done with it. When I was I don't want to play any sports anymore. So
because you're a tall dude, you weren't tall through high school.
Always small dude. Always the shortest in the friend group. Or
wow.
When we used to do concerts when we were younger, I was second or third.
Sitting on people's shoulders and shit.
Yeah, it was bad. The whole entire life, small, skinny kid, and then when it didn't matter the most, I felt like I got taller.
Wow. Well, when it didn't matter the most.
I would have because I played striker. I would have loved to have been a tall guy or whatever. Because it's tough when you're skinny and then small in height. It's like. It's the worst combination for an athlete. So I always had to work. I always had to put in extra work than the other guys and shit just to make the team. So.
But your life's not over now.
Yeah,
you got plenty of time to enjoy the tallness.
But I feel like sports are. My friend will always call me to play soccer, and I'm just like, it's over, man. I'm not an athlete anymore.
See, there you go. See, that's again at your age, you could still play sports for another 20 years.
Yeah, that's what they say, but it doesn't feel that way for me. I don't know. I'm just I don't want to. I'm just at the stage where I just don't want to get injured and shit. I just don't care anymore. It's not worth it. Even in the summer, all my friends that play basketball, and I'm just like, even if we do play basketball, I just play so lazy. I'll just sit in the corner for a 3, and then I won't get any rebounds. I'll just pass out.
Didn't you learn your lesson when you did bad on the Nassau test?
Yeah. I mean, they already know basketball's not my suit, so it's I'm not gonna cover up in front of them. They know how I am at basketball.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Even at work, they'll be like, "Yo, man, you play ball." I'm like, "You don't want to play ball with me, bro."
Yeah, I've always sucked at basketball. I don't know what it is. I just couldn't to save my life.
That was the one sport. It was never my sport.
No,
every sport I could play, I was good at. Basketball's the one that always struggled the hardest.
Football, I was but yeah, baseball was always my thing. And volleyball, I kicked ass in volleyball. I don't know why.
Same. I was a good setter.
Andy, while you're here, assuming you're still here watching, I saw this weekend at Governor's, which I'm assuming is not the case, but I saw something that Billy Geyer is playing Friday at the Brokerage. That can't be, right?
What the heck?
Yeah, that can't be right.
It's fake news.
Yeah.
I think he's just got home, too. He's doing a little bit better.
Yeah, he just got home. Yeah, I think it was Friday. Friday, I think he went home. Hope he's doing well. Haven't heard anything since he's been home. Hope he's all right. I know once he's on his feet, he wants to come in and share his story about what happened. But yeah, Andy, what do you know about that? I'm assuming maybe the flyer was made before he had his issues. I don't know. But yeah, lots of great shows. You're playing Joe Crovella, you're playing a little the Giggle Room on Saturday.
Yeah, hosting it.
Oh, you're hosting.
My first time hosting the Giggle Room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done McGuire's, but I never did the Giggle.
Oh, wow. I don't think I knew that you were hosting. Dan is in that one. Sherry Poland, Butera, a bunch of other people. That's on Saturday. Joey Cola playing McGuire's on Saturday. Terry McNeely's doing the late show at McGuire's on Saturday with Roseanne and Rob White and Tony Landolfi and some more. Let's see. Sean Patton is playing Governors this weekend. Let's see. Rob White and Emily Santosis, Joe Winchell, Brian Paul, Chris Cassandro, Pat Dunn, and more with maybe Billy Geyer on Friday at the brokerage. Tracy Locke is playing, I think, McGuire's, on Saturday.
Who's running that brokerage show?
I don't know.
Chris Cassandro's a funny dude. Very nice guy.
Is he funny, Cassandro? Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious.
He's
a really
funny in
nice
here.
guy too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, yeah, he's been in here a lot. He comes in here quite often.
McGuire shows are good too. I did his first one, his first McGuire show. That was great. That was a freaking amazing crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brings in good crowds.
He gets. I don't know how he does it, but he gets people to come.
I did this one bar show with him on a Wednesday a while back too. Great turnout. Freaking good time, man. It's also, you just got to be persistent and get the people in the seats. It'll happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely right. Andy says he doesn't know what's going on with Billy. I haven't talked to him for a few days. He's doing well, just a lot of appointments. I thought he was at McGuire's. What did I say? The brokerage?
Yeah.
No, I did. Maybe it was McGuire's. I wrote down the brokerage, but maybe I screwed that up. You're probably right. I always get this shit wrong. Yeah, we had Chris in here a few weeks ago where we had a big discussion because his son got in big trouble at school.
Oh, shit.
He texted a girl. It was some kind of group chat, bunch of kids on it, and some girl was causing trouble. So all he did was write the initials. The initials for "Shut the fuck up and die." Girl's parents brought that to the school. Chris's kid got 3.5 days suspension.
Damn. Well, the "and die" part is a little tough.
Yeah, but he didn't say, "I'm going to kill you." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I had a hard time with this. It sparked a big debate that lasted for days on this show. Lot of debate, a lot of discussion about it. I felt it was a little overreacting on the school's part, but a lot of the people here were like, well, you can't take chances and stuff like that.
But yeah, they knew it was just a young kid who didn't mean it. I've never been suspended, but like my one teacher, what he would do is he would make me write out exactly what I had said in class and have my parents sign it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
and what did you say?
Like, it was a lot of things. Like, every shit would happen. I was like class clown, so I'd always say some dumb shit or whatever, and then he would be like, all right, well, that was his way of punishing me. Instead of giving me in-school suspension, he would be like, all right, I'm going to write out what you said, and then your parents are going to have to sign this and acknowledge what you had said. And
right.
I was like, fuck.
That was one of the things I said with the whole Cassandra thing. The parents finding out was always the worst of it. I didn't care so much about the teacher. I'll sit my detention, and my mother won't even know I sat detention. It's only like an hour or so after school. But when I'm threatened with, she's getting a phone call or a note, that's when I was like, oh, shit.
Some shit changes, yeah. I never had my parents have to come down to the school, but I've had situations. I used to get in trouble a lot back in the day. My teachers probably think I'm a piece of shit. They probably don't even think I went to college, honestly. I'm not even kidding. Every time there was a time where I only had comedy in my bio, and a few of my teachers followed me, so I was like, I got to put my college to let them know I'm not what they expected me to be. They're like, oh, comedian, no job, no college.
But I bet you they're more impressed when they hear, oh, he's playing Governors.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they're not like he's a piece of shit.
Doesn't matter. You never see them again.
Hopefully they see me on TV one day.
Well, true. Well, but you'll never see them again. They'll see you. Yeah. I actually saw a teacher of mine probably about maybe give or take 10 years ago. And same thing. I was a pain in the ass to this teacher. It was my French teacher. And I hated taking French. This was because I'm old. Foreign language was not, you didn't have to take a foreign language when I went to school.
Okay, so that was
a
different day and age. Yeah,
exactly.
So like McDonald's was ran by like white dudes. It's there you walk in, it's a Salvadorian dude and shit. I don't even know if he's saying cheeseburger or French fry. French fry.
That's true. So so I was not getting French. I tried. I wasn't getting. So after like maybe not even halfway through, but I gave up, and I'm like, I don't care. I was a pain in the ass to this teacher. I bumped into her, and I wasn't sure if it was even her. And I said, "You Miss Goldberg?" She said, "Yeah." So I even said, "I don't know if you remember me, but back in 1980, I don't know, 3 or whatever it was." I told her my name. I said, I was such a pain to you. I said, and I cut your class, and I got a 36 on the final, and my final grade was an 18. Wow. Oh, no, it might have been the other way around. 18 on the final, 36 final grade. So I was like, I just,
better, but
what's that?
It's not much
No,
better,
yeah, it's true. Either way, it sucks. But again, you failed it. You move on. You didn't have to have the foreign language credit. But I'm apologizing this lady up and down. So you must have hated me. I'm so sorry. I go on and on. I'm so sorry. I was such a pain in the ass. Now it's different. If it was my son, I'd be flipping out. I go on and on and on. Finally, after all this rambling, she just looks at me. She goes, I have absolutely no clue who you are.
Wow.
But that felt like a victory to me, though. Like, because you're saying, I hope my teachers, see that I go to college. Like my teachers, that teacher didn't remember what a dick I was. So I'm like, all right, good. Maybe I didn't have such a bad effect on her after all that she didn't remember.
I think one of my dumbest experiences in school. Well, no, this wasn't up to me. For some reason, I guess it was like 11th grade English. Me and my friend Marcus had got put in a foreign language mixed English class because there was not enough kids. So it was like me, him, and this other girl who spoke English, and the rest of the class was like all the ESL kids, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'd always have to read like the same chapter like 2 times, 3 times, and she would always have to explain simple shit. I remember.
Oh, it must have been the easiest class going.
No, it was annoying because we just couldn't get through shit. It was always like everything had to be like done so many times. We read like the same book for the whole entire year, like one full school year, same book.
That's perfect.
We didn't make it through the second. Yeah, but it's.
I hate reading.
I don't like reading either, but that class was like chaotic, and we would always me and my friend Marcus would always come and just joking around and shit. Like I would always just be on some like shit, like bro, oh my gosh, because they would. It was the worst class. I don't know how we got put in there. It was so embarrassing too, because then they see you walk out with these kids and they're like, wait, Joe is not from here or something. Like they don't know. And me and my friend Marcus would be like, yo, we fucking hate this class.
Did they start with the jokes? Hey, Joe, I'll see you at Home Depot. I'll pick you up. You can cut my lawn.
Nah, honestly, no one would even see us. We would get out quick. Like, I'd put my hood on and just, with the headphones, just get out there quick.
See? That's the advantage of being short.
Yeah, I got out quick.
You just duck around.
That class, I'm trying to remember some funny shit. I just remember it was just so, we would have the easiest exams. Like, it would be, 5 definition words. And I would just ace it 2 seconds, and these kids would be struggling and shit. I just felt like I was like, I remember the first day I was like, did I get put into this class, or was this a random selection? She's like, random. I was like, 3 teachers.
You pissed off somebody.
Teachers. I must have. Yeah. No, I got.
So he was like, fuck, put Crovella in that piece of shit.
My Spanish teacher, I think from 7th or 8th grade, she told every Spanish teacher in high school to watch out for me.
Really?
My 9th grade Spanish teacher talked to my parents at a teacher conference with a parent teacher, and she was like, your son is very, very nice, very great kid. There's a teacher actually before that told me to watch out for him, all this shit.
Wow.
And I had gotten another teacher a few years later, and she was friends with that lady, so she was the rudest. I to this day, I fucking hate her. I remember, I kid you not, there was a time where she was giving me a hard time about something, and I just went after class, I was like, hey, Miss Rodriguez, I'm going to name drop, because that's a common last name. And she was like, I was like, I apologize. I was like, I want to make sure I didn't come off the wrong way at all. I just want to let you know, those were my intentions. She's like, I see right through you, Joseph. Blah blah blah, like that. And I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be crazy. And she was always rude to me. I had her a few years after that. I remember everybody in the classes talking. She's like, Joseph, enough. And I was like, I was like, are you kidding me? And my friend Mark's like, Miss Rodriguez, you're obviously just singling out at this point. And she just looked and just went back on her paper. And my parents didn't believe me. My dad, one time he hit me in the car because he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to pass this class.
Wow.
And I kid you not, one time she tried to call my mom's job and called the wrong extension. She's like, do you have a son? And the lady, she called a different lady my mom's job. She's like, no, I don't have a son. The lady's like, stop playing dumb, whatever and shit. And that's
holy crap.
That's why my mom believed me. Mom's like, all right, this lady is crazy. You're not exaggerating. I was like,
wow.
I was a class, so I was always getting in trouble. So my parents didn't believe me when I got in trouble.
Yeah.
This was the first time when they were like, okay, you're right. This lady is a maniac. I was like, I told you guys, she's out to get me.
I had a teacher once. I forget what it was. There was a kid in my class. somehow we were discussing what our parents do for a living. And I don't remember what this one kid said. This one kid, Steve, he said whatever his father did. And the teacher, this was a music class of all things. And the teacher turns around and says, "Oh, that's a stupid job." I think it was like 2 or 3 days later, the father showed up. And this father just totally berated this man right in front of us all.
Wow.
It was awesome. And we hated this teacher. It was the coolest thing. And we never let this guy live it down. It was awesome.
My parents are like that with something. So I remember it was a math class. I was on my phone for a second. Teacher took away my phone. I'm going to call your parents. I said, all right, whatever. I was pissed off because I needed my phone to get in contact with whatever. I'm in the next class. Teacher comes in my class, hands me the phone and apologizes. My mom must have ripped her up. And then my mom texts me. Mom was like, did you get your phone back? I said, yes. She was like, all right. I told that lady to give your... Because I guess the lady took my phone. My mom's like, I fucking paid for that shit. You better get it, whatever. And I don't know what she said, but to have a teacher apologize to me and hand me the phone at the same time, I was like, my mom must have ripped her a new one. She tried the wrong one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, crazy. I felt like, I was like, wow. I was like smiling. I was like, no way.
I had so many teachers that not only my brother had first, but also my mother had first. I went to the same high school as my mother.
Oh, wow. Small world.
And my mother was very quiet. My brother is very polite and nice. And then all of a sudden, here comes... So they assume, he's going to be a nice kid. And I was adopted or something because I'm completely different than them. And, I mean, the look on all their faces, like, wait a minute, what happened? Your mother, Frank, and now this? Like, they totally threw them off. I once had a teacher. I was in lunch, and some kids were teasing me, picking on me, and they were physically throwing me around and stuff. And I don't know why, but they took my Met hat, and for some reason that was the last straw. So I get up, and I'm swinging. Teacher comes over, he stops me, and I said to him, I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm defending myself, and they took my hat. He yelled at me some more, and he wouldn't get the hat back. I don't know why. For some reason, he just kept yelling at me. So he's yelling at me to go sit. So I got pissed off. I went over, because the kids had stopped. They see I'm getting yelled at. They didn't want to get mixed in and get in trouble, so they leave me alone now. So I grabbed the hat out of the kid's hand. I jump on the table, and I put my hat on. I look at the teacher, and I salute him.
Let's get the fuck out of there.
About a week later, I went to the teacher and I apologized. I said, I'm sorry. But I was very honest with this guy. I said, look, I'm sorry for saluting you and jumping on the table. But I called him out. I said, but you were wrong. I said, these guys were picking on me. And he says, you're right. They were picking on you. And I'm thinking, okay, we're cool. The day after, he calls my mother and tells her what I did.
Wow.
My mother flipped. So I went to him to school because he called her in the morning. She was getting ready to leave for work. I'm getting ready to go for school.
That's the worst. Starts off her day.
Oh, yeah. And the whole time she's on the phone, she's giving me the stink eye. And I didn't put two and two together. I was like, what's the problem? What's going on? What is she mad about? Didn't it for me? Because I'm thinking I already apologized to that guy. I'm thinking the whole thing was over. She's so mad. Oh, man, she let me have it after she gets off the phone. So this is how the day starts. I go to school. I didn't even have this guy for a class. I just had him at lunchtime. But I went right to his classroom. I go into the doorway. I just went like this. That's all I did. And I read it. And he goes, yeah. He goes, you're right. He goes, I left out the part where I told you apologized. It's like, dude. I got in so much trouble.
On purpose. Yeah, he was like.
What? Yeah, I was like, what a douche. Mr. Bean was his name, believe it or not. Yeah, Mr. Bean. And now he's dead.
Life goes on,
Crazy.
I got in trouble for getting caught. I got in middle school time. I got caught kissing a girl, and then they're on that, man. I remember.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I remember I kissed the girl. The principal saw. Was
Was she awake?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not Bill Cosby. I'm a funny dude, but I'm not roofing people in 7th grade.
Well, I'm just trying to think why the principal would get mad about that. Were you was it like heavy, like making out, tonguing all over the place or something?
I don't think so. No, I just kissed her, and then Like we were dating at the time, and then I think afterwards, the dean just came up to me and was like, "Come over here, man." I was like, "Wasn't me." He was like, "Bro, it was you. We got you on camera." I was like, "All right, well, it's me." And then it just was telling me like not to do that or whatever.
Oh,
And I
you
was
could have
like,
totally played that up. What do you mean you got it on camera? You're watching minors making out on camera? You
I'm
freak.
13. I'm not thinking of rebuttals. I'm just like, fuck, I got caught.
I'm not thinking of rebuttals.
Like when you're like 13, you're like a dog. You don't know any better.
Oh,
and shit.
absolutely,
You get yelled
yeah.
at for the same shit over and over again and still make the same mistakes. I don't know, but
What was the worst thing you did that you didn't get caught for?
I did get caught for. In school or out of school? Let me think.
Yeah, either one. I don't care.
The craziest thing I didn't get in trouble for. Oh man. There's middle school. Some guy like grabbed me like on the way down the stairs. I remember I beat him up. I beat him up bad. I remember I hit him with like a straight right because I was throwing combos. I remember I hit him so hard he knocked out his tooth. This was like in 6th grade.
Wow.
No one ever got caught. He didn't tell me nothing. It was just went under the rug. And I remember the whole entire day I was just shook because I thought I was like I'm definitely gonna get in trouble.
Right, you were waiting for the
And
call. Yeah.
everything was just normal, man. I just went about my day and I was like, wow. He went to the nurse office because he started crying instantly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know what happened? Like, he grabbed me and then I was like pissed off. So I started throwing punches. I was landing and then the guy was like holding him back. And then when the guy like let him go to come at me, he came at me again. And I remember I just doom and I just remember he kind of like looked at me and just started crying instantly. And then he was like, yo, his tooth's on the floor. And I was like, shit. And
Yeah.
then I think we were young though, so maybe it was a baby tooth. Maybe I did him a favor. I hope
Yeah, and he
it's not
probably
anything.
got $5 under his pillow.
Seeing him at like later on in the future was always kind of weird though, because I was like I always like associated that memory with him.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah.
You give him that little smile.
Nah, I would always just feel bad. I'd always try to play it off. And I was like, hey man, how you been? Whatever. Like I never brought it up at all ever around him. But
I totally did. There was one dude, this guy Mike. I couldn't stand him. He was super nerd, but he was a snotty little prick.
Super
And
they
he
usually are, man.
in little league. It was one of those where he was always on the all-star team because his father was the coach. It had nothing to do with his ability.
Yep.
And he pitched every time I faced him. There was just something about him. I could always just get a good eye on the ball, and he always do it at a slow speed, exactly where I like it, man. And I clocked this kid almost every time I faced him. There was just something about it. So in school, same thing. We didn't ever address it, but we both kind of knew.
Yeah.
And we hardly even talked. But every time we made eye, I'd be like, I just tormented this kid. Oh, it was awesome. He should pitch to me now. You do strike me as a type not to mess with you. You're skinny and you're cool, but you strike me as a type. Someone messes with you I see like I won't even see it coming. Just pow.
Yeah. I know, because for me too, is like at the end of the day, I'll take everything like lightly as a joke, but then at the end of the day, I'm still a man, so it's like if you're gonna disrespect me, I'm not gonna tolerate that either.
Yeah.
There was one time I remember in I think senior year of high school, I was in my one math class, and some guy came up. I didn't really know him. I guess he thought we were friendly or whatever. He grabbed me by like my arm and was like kind of like saying something, and I was like, grab me like that again. I was like, I promise I'll fuck you up right now in front of the teacher. And he looked at me. He was like, whoa, man, I didn't mean that. My teacher's like, excuse me, what the hell's good? Because she heard it, right?
Yeah.
As I said, I was literally next to her, like, about to sign off in attendance. I said that right to him, and he was actually in my public speaking class, like, a year later. So it was funny. I saw him. Again, I was like, I apologized to him for that. But I don't know, for me, like, I'm just not going to sit there and just be bullied either. So if you're going to, no matter how big you are, I'm not going to sit there. Even with words, too. That's why comedy is perfect for me, because like, I never really got into scruffles. But it's always like if you said something, I was just going to win because I was going to say something smarter where the class was like, someone would say something where people would be like, damn, and I would say something back where the crowd would, like, the whole entire class was like, oh, shit. So I always had that upper hand. But
Meanwhile, this poor bastard just grabbed you to let you know you dropped your phone.
No. He even said something too. He's like, damn, man, I could ride my whole entire. And I was like, all right, well, if you're going to talk like that to me, I'll get in trouble for this. Like, I don't care. I'm not
Yeah, you're
gonna do
sensitive
that.
to the skinny shit.
You know what it is? It's just that it's like it's so pointless. Like if you're my friend and you make a joke, whatever, it's like when I don't know you and I barely know you, you're just gonna. Because even my closest friends, no matter what, I could say the most fucked up shit to my friends in like a roast battle, whatever. Never bring up weight, never bring up skinniness. So when someone does it that I don't know, it's like, what are you trying to accomplish? Because you're just the modern version of a bully. You don't even realize it.
Right.
Like even with random comedians, I don't mean when you just that I just met. I mean, when you come up to me and you start making skinny jokes, it's like, who are you? Why are you doing this, and what's your goal?
Right.
Do you think that because I'm skinny, you think that you'll be able to make an easy joke and that everyone will think you're funny? Because every time someone does it, I clap back so quick that they're the ones that feel like the idiot.
Right.
And they tried every time, but I'm used to it, man. In high school, I would always, no matter what, I would always clap back quick with stuff. Never affected me. I was always ready.
Hold up your hand. That's a big thumb, man. You got long fingers.
I'm gonna tell you. You wanna see my wingspan? I got like.
Son of a bitch.
I'm a big dude. Yeah.
But I'm looking at the hand in particular because me and Andy had a thumb wrestling.
Yeah.
We had a thumb wrestling battle a couple weeks ago, and he totally kicked my ass. His thumb is like twice the size as mine. I couldn't believe it. But now you might give him a run for his money. His thumb.
I could grip it.
Yeah. His thumb is fatter.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
But your thumb is, I think, taller than his. All right.
I
so
got big fingers, man.
We may have to bring you in for a thumb wrestling battle to take on the champion.
Where do we go after hand measure? After fingers, what else do we do?
Then you thumb wrestle. What do you mean?
Okay. I was insinuating. I was like, do me and Andy have to measure up down below afterwards? Like, what's the?
No,
the fingers, the toes, and then now next is the pee-pee. I don't know.
We'll have a pee-pee wrestle? Fremder, when I was in middle school back in the day, one of my teachers actually had her period inside the pool that we had attached to the gym, and I got in trouble for saying to her, "You see what happens when you're late?" Oh, Fremder, what the? They say the camera adds 10 pounds. I think Joe needs a few more cameras. Plajanos, fresh. Andrew Fremder said that.
I have a bit about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Easy joke.
I did a just last night. I did a TV show with Carrie Karavis.
How was that? Yeah.
It was awesome, and she even said that. She goes, we all know, because we're talking about her. She was talking about herself. She goes, we all know the camera adds 300 pounds or something like that. She said, so much fun. She's just
great.
a blast every time. I
always have bad performances in front of her. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
So horrible. Yeah. I did 2 shows where I got feedback on the mic, so it ruined the set because all you hear is and
I'm the same way. That shit throws me off.
I never had a killer set in front of her. Like I've done well in front of a lot of people, but her, never done good.
Do you really think that, like she? I guarantee she's not thinking, oh, he had, feedback, like he must suck. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure she's able to look past that to see that that you had a good set.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean maybe, but then I done like another show and it was like it didn't go that well. But like a lot of people struggled in the beginning, and then we did another one that was small, and I think I did good for what it was. But yeah, I've never had a set where she could probably sit there and be like, oh, he's funny.
I'll have to ask her. Hey, what do you think of that Crovella guy?
He's got potential. Not funny yet, but he's got potential. That's probably what you'd say.
All right, Andy. So we'll have to figure out a day for you and Joe to have a thumb battle. I think we may have found somebody that's gonna give the champion a run for his money.
Yeah, 2 thumbs, man. We'll see. I never did a thumb measurement contest before. It's my first.
Really? You've never had a thumb wrestling battle?
No, I said I'd never done a thumb measuring contest.
Oh, thumb measuring. Well, we can measure what we want, though. It's the battle, though. That's what counts.
I cheat. I do the rabbit hole snake bite.
Who was?
The rabbit hole. I think it was me.
Was that you the other day we were talking about that?
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, because I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I guess maybe kids just made it up just to win. Because like what you do is you just hold it down, and when they weren't ready, you just grab quick and get on top of them.
That's awesome.
So dumb.
Fremder, my gym teacher quit her job after the pool incident, which was fine by me because I'm not a fan of swimming first period. Oh, God.
Kool-Aid water.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Pleasant.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll start trivia.
Gotcha.
You'll be all right without the other boys here?
Yeah, it's okay. More attention on me, and then this will just clarify that the placement test I took in Nassau was legitimate. And to see my grade on this shit.
All right, here we go. All right, it is that time, ladies and gentlemen. Thumb wrestling was a blood sport for me growing up, says Plajanos. The tough talk now.
I feel like he didn't play other sports. I feel like thumb wrestling was like his go-to.
After, that's what they did in the Dungeons and Dragons Club. All right. I hold in my hand this week's Tuesday trivia. Hello, Jeff Bosey. Nice to see you. Nice to see that even though you're retired, you still, will watch this show and be a part of it. And when we bring Saturday nights back, Jeff, live in the green room in here, I do expect to see you here. I don't know if I'm doing it this weekend. Probably not, but I know like the next weekend. Like I know Tracy Morgan's coming here soon. The next week or two. I definitely want to be in here that night for that. So you're still expected in here, Bosie. All right. The way this works, going to ask some random trivia questions. There's no theme. There's no nothing. It's just random. Joe's going to answer the questions. You guys, please answer the questions in the comment thread next to us. And I don't give out the answers. I ask all the questions first, and then I go back, read the questions again, read your answers, give you the correct answer. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's all just for fun. And we make fun of how much we don't know. All right, question number 1. Jeff Bezos selected the name Amazon how? How did he come up with the name Amazon?
His wife had a hairy coochie. I don't. Safari.
Safari was already taken?
Yeah, so he was like, I got a hairy. Let's see. Amazon.
He almost called it Jungle.
Wait, did he actually almost?
No, I was just going with your joke. See, that's why you're up there most of the time and I'm not.
Amazon. Probably just because. Damn, that's a fucked up one. That's a fucked up question right there.
Why is it fucked up?
It's tough. Like I don't even know Amazon.
Some of my questions are tough.
International,
sometimes, yes.
maybe because like once it's like worldwide, everywhere. Like I don't know.
All right.
Sounds like he's got a weird kink. I just wanted to display it.
Which, yeah, I think he does too. All right, next question. Music question, which I know you're a big expert. Name the first female artist in the history of the Billboard Top 100 to have 3 simultaneous top 10 singles as a lead artist.
Whitney Houston?
More recent than that.
Lady Gaga?
Final answer?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. It probably took this guy like a day just to take all the frames down before he could start painting.
It's a lot of frames.
A lot of stuff.
I always wondered, I was like, I wonder if they ever like take them down, put them back up.
When I first started doing this show here, I was here for maybe 6 months, and I put a framed picture of myself, maybe a little smaller than these frames, and I just put it up on the wall, and I even put, because on some of them it just says their name and their hometown, like for the local guys. So I just put it on there, Tony Walker, and at the time I was living in Seaford, so I put that down there. It lasted a few weeks.
For real, wow.
But then, sure enough, I get the call. We see this picture. I was like, oh yeah, wasn't that funny? And they're like, please don't do that again. I'm like, okay.
It's the worst when you try to be funny. Someone gets overly pissed. Like, I'll never do that again. It's like,
especially here because they scare me. Barbecuing techniques. Name 3 types of barbecuing techniques.
Smack the chicken sometimes, or like whatever. Like
that's your Saturday nights, man.
Yeah.
Smack the chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. Like smack it up before you put it on the grill. Barbecue techniques.
Really?
I think number 1 is clean it.
Okay.
Number 2 is. These are dad questions, man. There's some shit I gotta call my dad in for. I don't barbecue anything. My dad does the barbecue, and I'm the one in the pool having a great time, and shit, eating all the hot dogs and stuff.
Come on, really?
I guess clean the barbecue. Wait. What was the question again?
Yeah, I'm not asking for directions. Techniques, types of barbecuing.
Okay, I was about to tell you where to buy one. Okay, types of barbecuing. Grill, oven. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm Jewish. I don't really like. Well, I'm half Jewish. I don't really like to be around flames or smoke of any sort. So. PTSD.
You don't go to
a birthday cake. I'm like, all right, you guys do that. I'm ducking.
You don't go to a ball game and tailgate and shit and throw the barbecue.
Nah.
Come on.
I spent $30 on the hot dog in the stadium like a fucking idiot.
Let's see. New York City consists of how many boroughs?
5 boroughs.
All right. Now
I told you my New York trivia, man. You know this.
Yes, I did. That's why I put that in there. Let's see. Oh, we got a Yankee question. Aaron Judge ended his rookie season with 52 home runs. His rookie record stood for 2 years until what? Or until somebody broke it.
Oh, I was about to say I thought he was better. He couldn't have broken his own record. All right, so I'm trying to think. Aaron Judge was a rookie. Do you know what year?
2017.
2017.
I believe. Pretty sure.
I think didn't Pete Alonso break the record? I know Pete Alonso had a rookie record as well for home runs. I don't know anybody else that could have possibly broke it.
All right, here we go. Every week I have one of these. Palatophobia. P-E-L-A-D-O. Palato. Pelado. I'm going with Palato. Palatophobia is the fear of what? Pilates, bald people, or bananas?
I'm going to go with bananas because it sounds like Platano. Platano's like another version of like a banana.
See that? Your teachers would be proud of you for that. On restaurant... See, I was hoping Dan would be here. On restaurant menus, what is the... Oh, excuse me. On restaurant menus, what is the most often used descriptive word?
Please. Thank you.
In the menus.
Oh, in the menus, descriptive words.
Where do you work?
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yes, I'm not around food unless it's like in the vending machine. It's funny. But we were at the casino. I kid you not. We're at the table playing blackjack. Me, Roseanne, Bridget, Dan, and some lady gives us our drinks, whatever. We got water, whatnot, and then doesn't even give us a second to react. She goes like, "I work on tips, and then just keeps walking. I had my hand in my pocket like this, about to give her a tip before. Crazy.
Do they not leave the tip when they're leaving, like normal people?
She didn't even give us a chance to even like.
Yeah, that's
react.
weird.
Like we had literally just got our stuff. Like I grabbed the water. Like I'm grabbing the water. She's like, I work on tips, thank you. And we're all like, we were like, cool. Like,
yeah, right.
That's an accomplishment. Like, I got
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. I would have gave her a chip or something. Didn't even give me a chance to react.
A chip.
The dealer, I give the dealer like a $2 tip, because even though it's like you're taking money from the whole entire night, it's like you're a nice kid, so I'll give you $2.
I miss you. Hey, you're a nice kid. Take this.
Go to Wendy's afterwards, get yourself a little
Go buy yourself something nice, kid.
It's so funny. I was using all the color chips, so like we had the $5 chips, and I was getting the $2.50s and like the $1 chips. So it was a $15 minimum buy, and so I used like all the fucked up color chips. And he's laughing. He's like, "Really, man?" I was like, I just want to get rid of them." He's like, "You could also tip the dealer with them too." I was like,
"Wow."
I was like, "If I win this hand, I got you." And then I didn't win the hand. So.
Wow,
No, but he was joking though. He was joking.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't like that lady was serious though. But that should remind me because I'm thinking of serving, tipping, and whatnot.
And those big giant fingers. You flick that chip, probably like gouge your neck. I don't even remember where we were.
Yeah, something about restaurants.
Oh, restaurant menus. Yeah. So what's the most often descriptive word in a menu?
Descriptive word in a menu. Entrees.
Ooh. Good guess. Next question. Florida. What is Florida's nickname? What is it known as?
Where old white people go to. It's a sentence for me, but it's where old white people from Long Island go to end their days and have a cheaper housing. All right. What's a nickname for people in Florida? Retirement. I don't know. That's a fucked up one, too. Nickname for Florida people. Floridians? I don't. What's the question for people that go to Florida to retire? Was the question? Or?
No, not the people.
What is
just the
Florida's
state?
nickname?
Yeah, the state has a nickname. What is it? Like New York is the Big Apple. Well, that's the city, but still.
The Big Squirt.
The Big Squirt.
Around water. I don't know. Marlins, Dolphins, the Heat. What are some other Miami Heat teams?
Oh shit. All right. I don't know if you'll know this one. Did you know that Davy Crockett had 3 ears? His left ear, his right ear, and his what? I don't know. Do you even know who Davy Crockett is?
I thought that was like a pirate. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, now we're heading into fiction. What are we doing? Book?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett. He had 3 ears. I mean, he ain't human.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't there a pirate named Davy Crockett or some shit?
No.
Like that? Okay, I'm a piece of shit.
The pirate is Davy Jones. You know, the Davy Jones locker and all
Davy
that shit.
Jones locker, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just assumed locker with Crocker.
Right.
Let's see. He's got 3 ears. I'm gonna say in the middle of his head. Actually, no. Yeah, the middle of his head. Fuck it. We're going there.
You're going to be so upset when you hear the real answer.
But
No.
back of the head.
No.
Damn.
But you have to know who Davy Crockett is to really get the joke, but I'll explain it later. All right, last question. Last question. How often do humans need sex?
22, and I haven't had sex in 22 years. So I'd probably
What, is
say
your mother
no.
listening or something?
Let's see. You go your whole entire life without having sex. You don't need sex.
Don't need sex. All right.
You can survive without sex. You know. Of
Well,
course,
you survive, but you might not. You won't be happy.
Yeah, I mean, depends. Some people that are religious, you know, they don't believe in having sex unless it's to conceive kids.
All right. So, but they do have sex at some point.
Yeah, but you still don't need to do it. I'm sure that those people go their whole entire life without having sex if they didn't get married. I'm gonna say you never.
All right.
You never need to have sex.
Wow. I hope there aren't a lot of single girls listening to this.
I don't think so. Just Jeff Posey and Andy, if you guys want to say what's up to me after the show. I don't know.
All right.
I'm not
Let's.
into 40-year-old men.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. Jeff Bezos selected the name Amazon by doing what? Andy Plagano says his favorite sex position. Bosie says by watching the movie Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Kirsten, first letter of the alphabet begins with A. Fremder, because most of their packages get delivered when it's dark. All right, well.
I didn't get that one.
No, me neither. Your answer was the best. He was talking about his wife's cooch.
Yeah.
Actually, Kirsten wasn't too far off. He was looking through the dictionary, and he just thought that would be a good word.
Wow.
Yep.
It's never an exciting origin story for a name.
True. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Okay. So, next question. Oops. There we go. Okay. Name the first female artist in the history of the Billboard Hot 100 to have 3 simultaneous top 10 singles as a lead artist.
Lady Gaga or Beyonce?
Yep. You said Gaga. Kirsten said Gaga. Andy said Taylor Swift. Fremder said Lady Gaga's hot. I would poke her face. Yes.
That's a good one.
But you're all wrong. Rolling in the Deep, Someone Like You, and Set Fire to the Rain, all by Adele. Adele.
Yeah, she usually, I mean, when I was young, like probably back in like 2010 or so, she was making freaking great music.
Oh, she was everywhere
would not
back then,
miss,
yeah.
So it's not a surprise.
She lost all the weight, and now she's not scoring as many hits.
Yeah, she's not.
She's hot, though, without the... I mean, she looks good.
Yeah, definitely.
She's a good-looking woman.
But sometimes it's like weird seeing the before and after picture. Like, I know this one girl, beautiful now, and then I saw a before picture when she used to be heavy and whatever, and like I'm like, it's kind of weird to me. Like now, like I don't like look at her the same. I look at her as like the before now. It's like I don't know. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. I don't know.
You're not like, man, if I knew then, I would have asked her out.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell my friends this. Me and the girl always have a falling off before they have the glow up.
The glow up. I like that.
I'll stop talking to a girl. 4 months later, loses crazy weight, starts hitting up the make whatever, and I'm like, I used to talk to her. I'm the guy that used to. I'm like, we used to have a thing, you know.
Your breakup is one that inspired them to.
I hope not.
All right, name some barbecuing. Excuse me. Sorry. Name some barbecuing techniques.
Amazon in his mouth.
Joe had to think. I think he wasn't even sure what a barbecue is, so he just said grill and oven, and he got nervous because he's Jewish. Plagianos, smoking, grilling, and fucking. All right, fucking
Gotcha.
on a barbecue.
Definitely not coming to his house in the summer.
Kirsten, slow with wood chips, smoked. Kirsten, that just turned me on. Let's see. Fremder, let me ask my Uncle Adolf. Oh, my goodness. Kirsten, she says Joe should make up the questions next time. Okay, if you want.
It'd be simple. Like,
What's 2 plus 2?
what is my favorite color?
So, smoking, roasting, baking, braising, and grilling. Those are the types of barbecue methods.
Yeah, definitely got that wrong. 10 times out of 10, I would have got that wrong.
New York City consists of how many boroughs? 5. We all know that. Yep, everybody got that. Aaron Judge ended his rookie season with 52 home runs. His rookie record stood for 2 years until what?
Polar Bear Pete.
Oh, look at that. Nobody answered that question except for Joe. Let me just double check here.
I don't really know a rookie that came out.
Yeah,
with
nobody.
Such,
Wow.
I mean, Julio Rodriguez had a great season this year. I'm trying to think of some of them maybe came out. Swinging.
Well, think no more. Think no further
Was
there.
it Fernando Tatis or Polar Bear?
No. Stop right there. Your original answer was the answer. Yankee Aaron Judge, record broken by a Met, baby. Pete Alonso, in 2019 with 53 home runs. That's right. It's really got like 4 or 5 weeks till pitchers and catchers.
Hopefully, fucking Carlos Correa figures something out soon too.
I know that deal might fall apart, man. I'm nervous.
If it doesn't, then that means that our team took a huge shit and that we just wasted signing Verlander and everything.
That's right.
Or you got to make a trade. Because
even
if you don't get Correa.
Even Conforto, he signed with San Francisco.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. 2-year deal.
There was rumors for the Rafael Devers trade, but he just got extended 11 years, so he's out of the loop.
Yep.
So if you don't get Correa, you got to make a trade, and you're gonna have to give up some guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cohen doesn't want that egg on his face. I hope he's gonna make this work somehow.
He will. If Correa's not hurt.
Yeah, true.
We'll find out soon.
Palatophobia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pelado phobia. Palatophobia is the fear of what? Pilates, bald people, or bananas? Joe said bananas. Fremder, the fear of Play-Doh. Kirsten, the fear of bald people.
People that answer with out the questions, the possible answers. They answer with something completely different.
Right. Yeah.
It's like red, blue, orange, green.
The fear of old people is bananas, says Fremder. Plagano's bald peeps. Yeah, that's actually it. It's the fear of bald people.
Damn.
So there's a lot of Tony Walker palatophobia out there. Restaurant menus. What is the most often used descriptive word? Joe said entree, which I thought was a good guess. Kirsten said grilled. Bosie, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's not descriptive. I used to know a stripper that worked on tips. Yeah, I bet she did. Then he says appetizer. So that's a good guess too, but nobody got that one correct. Nobody got that correct. Listen to this. The most descriptive word in a menu is mom. Mom. Like mom's cooking, that type of shit. As good as mom's. As good as a home cooked meal by mom.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's why I put that question in there. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Mom's like a simple word.
Or maybe they'll enjoy a meal better when they're thinking of their mom. I don't know.
All right. Possibly, I don't know.
What is Florida's nickname? Joe had no idea. He said white people go there for cheaper homes or retirement. And
it's true, though.
Andy says Wendy's. I don't know if that was part of the last question. I don't know. But Kirsten got it right. Plagano's got it right. Andrew Fremder, the move here if you want your house destroyed by a hurricane state. Kirsten and Andy got it right. It is the Sunshine State. You've never heard that?
I've heard that before, yeah.
I just
didn't know what state it came from.
Oh.
I've heard the Sunshine State.
So now you know. So you're learning something in here.
Florida.
Did you know that Davy Crockett had 3 ears? His left ear, his right ear, and his what? The middle of his butt, says... I don't know if I should take this. Should I take it?
I don't know who it could be. I wonder if it's
All right. You know what? I'm going to try and see what happens. I might end up just hanging up on somebody. Hello?
Hello there, Tony.
Hello there. How are you?
How you doing, buddy? Hold me a second. No. Right there, man. What's up, Tony? How you been, bud?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm on the phone. So what's up with you, Tony?
Who are you yelling at back there?
No, I'm listening to music. Hold a second. What's up with you?
Probation officer.
What music are you playing?
This I told you not to get out there, so I just followed me home. Oh. What's up, anything new?
Everybody all right over there?
Yeah, I think everything's pretty good.
Oh, it sounded like she said somebody followed her home.
No, it was just pretty close to Michelle.
Yeah. I know it's Michelle, but is she all right? She sounds mad.
Yeah, she's all right.
All right, give her a hug for me.
I will, definitely will.
And tell her it's from me.
No, I can't.
What? Oh,
new?
now she just asked you to call back. Are you getting in trouble? Are you in the middle of something?
So what up, anything new?
No, I got nothing new. All right, sing me a quick song, and then so you can get off and not get in trouble.
Okay, I want to do one song real quick.
Go ahead.
Ready? Hold a second. Yo, man, DJ, you have a place to be. I could be comment on the comment thing, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when I'll be back again, but I love the show. Let me tell you, DJ love the show, I don't know when I'll be back. But guess what? I got a gig to go on Friday. What's up with that? And let me tell you, I'm just peacing, chilling, and everything else. Man, I'm just bugging, chilling. Sorry, sir.
Nice job. Nice job, DJ D-Love. All right, now get off the phone before you get in trouble.
I'll be Tony.
Yes.
I'll be commenting. My new name now is DJ Love. DJ Love. My number 4 is. No, my name on that podcast is DJ Love number 45.
DJ D-Love number 45.
Yes.
Why? What does the 45 mean?
Don't know. This how does that?
I don't know.
You just felt like getting it. Okay.
Next week's trivia
So
question.
you
What
need
did
the
DJ
name
say?
DJ Love for 45. That would be me.
All right, and then next year it'll be 46.
No. No, it's 45.
All right, cool. DJ D-Love 45 on the line. All right, cool.
Hey, yeah, I'll be back too, Tony, on the podcast.
All right, yeah, we'll figure something out. Go.
All right, yeah, but I'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
3, 2, 1. See you later, suckers.
Suckers.
Peace.
Okay, DJ D-Love checking in. All right, that was quick and harmless, I hope. Like,
it's funny, I know where those pictures go. Like, I just want to tell them, like, yeah, it's back.
Right. I think didn't he just paint? Like, I'm worried these things are going to get stuck to the wall. Let me see if the camera works over there. I'm going to get that camera.
It's loading up.
History in the making here, ladies and gentlemen. Jose is putting up a picture of Gilbert Gottfried. There he is. I know you can't see the picture, Gilbert, but you can see Jose. Now he's walking away. Okay. Well, that was riveting. All right. So we were talking about the Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett had 3 ears: his left ear, his right ear, and his what?
His third ear.
Pelgeno said his dick ear. Kirsten said his raccoon ear. Fremder said a brazier, similar to Mike Tyson. That's exactly where I was going with this. It's a bad joke. It's one of those dad jokes. Davy Crockett had his left ear, his right ear, and his wild frontier. Sorry. Oh, look, there he is. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. There he is. Now he's putting up another picture. Can you even see him in this one?
Probably not. It's just like, I feel like the glare.
Oh, you can see him a little bit. All right. He's putting up an old newspaper clipping from Nightlife magazine.
Jay Leno's on it, so you know it's old.
Yep. And Seinfeld. You know, Seinfeld's almost 70. He's like
Crazy,
68
yeah.
or something.
I always thought he was like in his 50s.
Yeah.
Old dude, man. Shit. Aging good, though. Somewhat.
DJ D-Love 45 sounds like Mookie Wilson in the beginning of the video. Yeah, Wild Frontier. Okay. So how often do humans need sex? Kirsten says once a day. Kirsten, your husband must be very happy. Plageno's 1.2 seconds. Fremder, Adele's hot also. I would definitely roll it in her deep. Oh, my goodness. Kirsten does not want her mom's cooking. Fremder, a nice delicious sandwich with a warm roasted middle, just like Mom. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Oh
Louise,
my
man.
God. See, that every single time I don't read his comments in advance, I get in trouble. Holy crap. So that's it. Kirsten says once a day. Andy said 1.2 seconds. Like that's all the answers I got here? All right. Well, the answer is, there's a few answers actually. Normal is whatever feels fulfilling for you and your partner. But a 2017 study that appeared in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that the average adult currently enjoys sex 54 times a year, which equates to about once a week. Couples who had sex more than once a week didn't report being any happier, and those who had sex less than once a week did, in fact, report feeling less fulfilled. So you remember that when you get married there, young man. You keep her satisfied at least once a week.
1.2 seconds a week. Yeah.
Every 1.2 seconds. Then she'll be saying, get off me. Get off me, asshole.
She'll probably be able to push me off. I feel like I'm not that heavy. She's like,
see, now you're making skinny jokes.
It's okay when I do it, because I'm the one that lives through it. It's like if someone, say if someone has cancer, if they make cancer jokes, it's okay. But if someone else makes a cancer joke, it's like, you're an asshole.
Yeah, well, like you said, it depends on if you know the person, and what their motive is. Because believe me, I've been there, and I've gotten a lot of them. But
yeah, the leg joke's probably freaking annoying.
No, they actually, if they're good, like the, what's your wife's name, Eileen, like that type of shit. I've heard that a million times, and I mean they're funny, but I've just enough already. But when someone still hits me with an original one, like even Dan said to me. He said to me when we did the Giggle Room show, New Year's, he's like, dude, he goes, you got to do your leg stuff earlier in your bit or earlier in your set. I'm like, really? And I go, but if that's the case, I said, then that would almost be my whole bit. Then would just be, or my whole set would just be talking about one-legged stuff. He goes, if it's funny, who cares? Like Jay, his whole set is the fat stuff.
Sure, I used to do a lot of skinny jokes, but then I stopped because I don't want to be known as the skinny comic. I wanted to be known as a comic who happens to be skinny.
Yeah.
So I don't do as much skinny jokes as I used to because I used to go out all the time and just blast them out quick, and then I was like, I feel like I'm a little bit more than I feel like doing the one leg jokes are not bad. Start off your set with it because they get to know you early.
Okay.
You don't have to necessarily do your whole entire set around it.
I don't have a problem with it, and I don't have a problem with being the one-legged because then they'll remember me. That's
True.
The key. Who'd you see? That one-legged guy. Oh yeah, I saw him. So I don't care about. I'm actually really cool with that. But I was actually thinking, after he said that, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit Joe and Dan up and fucking ask them to help me fucking write shit then.
Yeah,
because I don't even have enough.
I'm great with deprecation jokes. So.
Yeah, and me too, and I love that type of humor. So yeah, I would love to do that. Sex less than once a week is definitely not being fulfilled. Yeah. I agree. Then, so Frender's like, then eat something. In regards to you being skinny and the skinny jokes.
Yeah, it was a great joke. If you bring 6, I could get you on a show.
He actually don't tempt him.
You will?
He'll show up.
You might as well come as one of my bringers then.
Yeah,
Saturday, January 14th.
And where was that? Was that here, right?
Yeah, Giggle Room.
The Giggle Room, Saturday, this Saturday, the 14th. Go see this guy along with. Support him. It's his first time hosting in there.
Yeah.
So I'll have to see what I'm doing. And along with Dan, and who else is on that one?
Let me see. It's I'll read it off. I got it quick. Don't worry.
Shari Poland. Of course, Butera himself.
Yeah, Butera headlining, me hosting, Sherry Poland, Janelle Hamster, Dan LaRocco, Allison Persky, Karen Margaret, Ivory Fields, Eric Hassan, Greg Lockwood, Kevin Erickson, and Daniel Alexis.
Very nice. Go to govs.com and make some reservations to some cool comedy shows. Joey Cola, Sean Patton, Rob White, Emily Santosis, Joe Winchell, Brian Paul, Chris Cassandro, Pat Dunn, Tracy Locke, Terry McNeely, Roseanne, and Rob White, and Tony Landolfi, and a whole bunch of great comedians. Go to govs.com. Go see some great shows this weekend. We're getting out of here. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com, by the way. We're performing January 26th at the North House in Avon, Connecticut. Tickets are almost sold out, actually. But we're going to put together some more dates there. We have, go to our website. We'll be at Peppercorns in Hicksville sometime in February. We got that meatball place out in Patchogue. We have a bunch of dates with them throughout the year. So, again, check out our website and come have some fun with us.
About the comic strip, too.
Oh, thank you very much. The comic strip, don't forget that this Sunday. Are you going?
Possibly. I got to see, depending on what I do or not.
That's this Saturday. In fact, that's why we were on Donna Drake's show. Look for that, by the way. Donna Drake, you'll see me and Don Sill, Eric Haft, Joey Petroni, Carrie Kravis, and my son Zach. The bunch of us, we taped a segment on Donna Drake's show yesterday, so look for that on her show and on her YouTube channel. We were promoting Comic Sans. Boom, there it is. Comic Sans getting a showing this Sunday night at the Comic Strip for the Music, Movies, and Mic Drop Festival. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. There's other movies being shown as well through open doors. And I always forget the name of the other one, but it's there. Yeah, and there's going to be a band playing. Richie Byrne is going to be doing a set. I think Riccadonna himself, Mark Riccadonna, he's doing a set. He's the one who put this festival together. Tom Briscoe, I think, is going to be there. Lots of funny guys. Really looking forward to this event. So go check it out. That's this Sunday night. This Sunday night at the Comic Strip in New York City. And we appreciate the support. And as we're about to get out of here, I'll leave you with a video promoting the event. As soon as I find it. I think that's it. All right. Whoops, let me get Joe back on. There we go. Let's thank Joe for coming on as always. Good to see you, pal.
Had a great time. Thank you for having me.
When does school start again?
January 23rd.
Oh,
So
shit. And we're not here next Tuesday. All right.
Either way, yeah. Either way.
All right,
Figure out a way.
we'll see you soon.
Gotcha.
You're the man. Go see him on Saturday. All right, we're going to play this video, and we're out of here. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're not here. Hershey and the Keegs tonight on the YouTube channel. That's tonight at 9 o'clock, and then nothing tomorrow, and then we'll be back Thursday. I don't know who my guest is yet on Thursday, but we'll see. But speaking of Wednesday nights, we do have some stuff coming your way on Wednesday nights. Coming up soon. We'll make the announcement probably Thursday or Friday. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you later.
Over the pandemic, art was hard to create.
Since there was no audiences.
Comedians were doing stand-up in their living room.
And their kids were telling them they weren't funny.
You're not funny. And writers were pitching ideas to their cats.
I freaking hate cats.
Musicians were posting music in the Spotify.
The Spotify stratosphere.
In the Spotify.
In the Spotify stratosphere, in hopes of reaching someone who wasn't on their front lawn.
All their neighbors wanted to hear was the umpteenth version of Hallelujah.
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 Some of these artists didn't let any of this bring them down.
They decided to bring their new art to the world as soon as restrictions lifted.
These artists came together and made 3 short films.
3 incredible films.
3 short films.
Along with being the creators of these films, as producers,
directors, cinematographers.
Cinematographers.
Cinematographers, actors.
Actors and writers.
They are also musicians and comedians.
You're not funny.
So, come join us to celebrate art.
With a night of laughter, tears,
And maybe even a rousing rendition of Kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
For the love of God, please don't make me do that Kumbaya line.
We'll be at the world famous
Comic Strip Live in New York City.
On January 15th, where these 3 short films,
Stand-up comedy and music at the first Music Movies Mic Drop Festival.
Doors are going to open at 7.
No, wait. It's a holiday weekend. It's 7:30.
click the link below to get your tickets.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
You're not funny. You're not funny. You're not funny.